All right, folks, give this a shot on your own by hitting the pause button, and we'll do it together. This is a fun one. So here it says there's 24 different permutations of the digits 2, 3, 4, 5, and which makes sense because with those 4 digits, you could have 4 different possibilities in the first number, right? 3 different possibilities in the second number, 2 possibilities in the third number, and then 1 possibility. And if you multiply 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, you get, let's see, 4 times 3 is 12, and then 2 times 1 is 2, so 12 times 2 is 24. So there are 24 different permutations of these numbers, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now what we want to do, it's kind of a daunting task, but we want to add up all those 24 permutations, which is not going to be easy. So let's do it. So if you think about it, there's going to be 24 different numbers, and we're going to add, here is all the different numbers, and we're going to add all 24 of them up. And we don't want to do it one by one, only because, God, that'll take a long time. So what we want to do is this. If you think about it, look at these numbers, 2, 4, 3, 5, for example, and then, you know, whatever, 2, 3, 5, 4, right? There's all those permutations. If you think about it, like in the ones digits, you have to have the number 2, right, 6 times, and the number 3 6 times, the number 4 6 times, and the number 5 6 times. Like, no matter what the numbers are, those have to be evenly distributed. So a 2 has to be at the end 6 times, a 3 has to be at the end 6 times, a 4 has to be at the end 6 times, and a 5 has to be at the end 6 times. How do I know that? Because there's 24 different permutations and there's 4 different digits. So if you divide that, right, every number has to appear equally in each spot. So there's going to be 6 times each of those 4 digits will appear in the ones column. And then the same thing with the tens column, right? You're going to have a 2 that appears 6 times, a 3 that appears 6 times, a 4 that appears 6 times, and a 5 that appears 6 times, and then so on. Same with the hundreds column, okay? And then same with, finally, the thousands column. All right, I'll just do it this way. 6, 6, and 6. So the first column, this one here, is the ones, that's the tens, that's the hundreds, and that's the thousands. And now it's literally as if we are just adding them all up. Then there's a couple ways to do this. Here, if you go in the ones, let's go to the ones column first. If you go 2 times 6, that's 12. 3 times 6, that's 18. 4 times 6, that's 24. 5 times 6, that's 30. So in the ones column, you're going to get 12 plus 18 plus 24 plus 30. Just imagine you're adding up a ton of numbers, and you add all those up. 12 plus 18, let's just do that one, that's 30. 24 and 30, that's 54. And 30 plus 54 is 84. And then every one of these is going to be 84, right? Because we're adding the same numbers. So in the ones column, you're going to get 84 ones. And then here in the tens column, you're going to get 84 in the tens column. So you kind of like think about it as 84 times 10. And then because they're all gonna add up the same. In the hundreds column, you're gonna get, if you add up all those, you're gonna get 84, and those are all in the hundreds column. So each of those is 100. So you would multiply 84 times 100, and then obviously in the thousands column, you would get 84 in the thousands column, and that would be 84 in 1,000. So now we can multiply those and add them. 84 times 1, that's 84. 84 times 10, that's 840. 84 times 100. 8,400, and then 84 times 1,000, that's 84,000. And now we would just add that all up. And this would be 4, that would be 12, this would be 13, that would be 12 plus 13. That is the answer, 93,324. That is the answer. Just for the heck of it, had we gone back over here, I mean, another way to do it is literally if you add up all the ones, you would have a 4 there, and then you'd carry the 8. And then in that tens column, you'd have 84 plus the 8. So you'd have a 2, and then you'd have to carry the 9, right? It's the same kind of concept. And then in that hundreds column, you'd have 84 plus the 9, which is 93. So you'd have a 3. and then you carry the 9, and then you'd have 84 plus 9, and that would be, see, 84 plus 9, that's 93. Right, so if you calculate it that way, I mean, it would be the same thing, obviously. All right, great work. Keep up your math skills. You can hit this button right here for this next video. It will sharpen your math skills, I promise.